we fried another alternator. Had it for about a month, maybe? It was kind of challenging to figure out what the heck was happening. But of course, Ryan figured it out. This is what failed. This cost us 2 alternators. Ryan finally figured out where the problem was coming from. We exhausted all other possibilities. But at least hopefully we figured it out. But one of the things, we have these guys here. This is what we're gonna be putting on now. By Balmer, alternator protection module. So the switch is broken and it's stuck on here. So in order to get the engine to run again, not give us any amps, we go in here, and then this is what Ryan did. He basically bypassed the switch.
Not basically.
Oh, okay, he did bypass the switch. There's a post there that has nothing on it, and that's where one of the positive wires went, and on the other side, you can see that it's doubled. So basically, we were just bypassing the switch, and that's how we were able to get the engine to work with the control starting on and off. And now we're gonna get that baby out. For me, I'm gonna put blue tape on the wire that's on the top, because then I know that that one is gonna go over to this post here, and I won't get confused. Now it's time to take these off. Here is our new one. Yay. Looks a little different, but everything fits, so that's kind of nice. They always have to change it up a little bit, which is kind of annoying sometimes. So here's the annoying difference with these two. Is this shape is a little bit different, which is fine, but look how much thicker this is compared to this. So now I need longer screws. Do these come with screws?
I'll give you a screw.
That's so annoying. Like, it barely fits.
Basically, my wife is saying that she wants a screw.
I need 4.
Okay.
This barely fits on there. Okay, down to the fastener store, and I got lots of ones that will fit that are longer than the original ones. Now it's time to put the new one in, and we're actually going to take out this one. It still works, but it is the old style, and I guess they did a lot of changes to the newer ones, and we don't want that one to break and then to lose another alternator, so everything's open in here, so we might as well just get to it. This is our new setup now with our new alternator, and Ryan has this Balmer piece on here that is connected to this charge control over here, and it's like a little smart guy, and he deregulated the alternator, and this is the new piece that he put on that is supposed to save the alternator if there's some kind of surge or something that's not going right. That extra piece is about $80 to $100 each, but you know what? It's worth it than having to buy a new alternator and put that all in. And plus, I know these, the alternators are like, what, $350 in the States? Out here in the islands in French Polynesia, $1,700. Can you believe that? I was like, what? Obviously, we didn't buy it. We waited. Let's hope this works. Let's hope the problem has been solved, and let's hope we were proactive so that it wouldn't happen to the other engine and alternator as well. Yay, we're finally out of here. We've got a functioning alternator and all of its accessories. Wind is starting to pick up, so we want to get out of here. But first, we're going to talk about sequence.
All things considered, the easiest way.
Yeah.
You can obviously bow line off first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Bow lines are off.
Once those bow lines are off, I'm going to be using the stern line, the one that keeps us from going aft, to using the engines to keep the bow from pinning onto the dock. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm going to pin us out as much as I can,
okay,
like really close to the bow of that boat.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to have to come up here and literally push.
Push until you come to the end, and then I can hop on.
That's it. And I'm not going to be going slow. Okay?
Awesome. I'm on!
You're on.
Yeah, better too.
Were we pinned on the dock, or was it
no.
easy? Hawaii Nui, Kiapa Nui, channel 16, over.
Calling Hawaii Nui.
Yes, sir. I am the sailboat ahead of you. Would you like to go starboard, or port, over?
I'm going to port to port.
Copy that. Thank you, sir. Port to port. Kiapa Nui standing by, channel 16. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Okay. Sail trim a little? Yep, okay. Wind really started to pick up. We're seeing 34 knots. 35 knots of wind. And this explains why. Wind before rain, maybe.
But look at the helm.
Yeah, this was what's really cool. Look at that.
Spot on.
No autopilot.
She's really well balanced.
She's really well balanced. She's really comfortable.
12 to 15 knots of speed.
Very comfortable. It's amazing that you don't even feel the acceleration. You go from like 9 knots to 14, and it happens almost like that. It almost feels like almost more comfortable, like you're just going straight. I can't tell if it's gonna catch up with us.
Go!
Squall caught up to us, so we brought in our head sail before it got too radical. And even so, we're still doing 15 knots, 35 knots of wind. And you can see, I don't know if you can see out there, but all the rain is starting out there. And that's with the main up. Wow, beautiful. That's really cool.
She might even be more balanced about this.
The rain is coming. We had to reef down. That was a little unexpected. Our reef, the clue on the first reef came apart. And so now
Easy repair, but
it is an easy repair. And as you can see, when we were in the two Motus, I helped out this one. I don't know if you remember that episode where I was doing a lot of sewing, backing up the webbing. So it looks like I'm gonna check out what happened and see if we need to do the same thing and probably put some new webbing in there. But we're almost at the end anchorage, a lot of boats. Hey, this is what ripped. Wow. I wonder if I had done my sail block checks earlier, if I would have seen that this was gonna go. That was on my list. Now you know what happens if you don't stick to your maintenance log. As expected, the anchorage was pretty busy and we didn't feel like cramming ourselves into the pack. So instead we found a quiet little shallow corner, dropped the primary anchor, dropped the dinghy, got out our stern anchor and secondary ground tackle, and went to work in 20 plus knots of wind. We chose to set the stern anchor by dinghy so that we could drop it in about 3 to 4 feet of water. This does a few things. It allows us to drop in super shallow water, to have a longer scope, and we wouldn't swing much from side to side, thus avoiding any shallow coral heads. Here we just realized we had one end of the chain connected to the anchor, and the other end was connected to the road, but it was the wrong chain. Thankfully, we always have extra line in the dinghy, so we got out some Dyneema and lashed the two ends of the chain and then dropped and set the anchor.
Releasing. Okay.
Trying. To avoid anyone from going over the stern line, we attached 2 floats to let people know there was something floating in the water. We are not going to make that mistake again with having the 2 different chains. Had some of this already done, but we've improved it. We have here showing our small chain roughly 9 feet That is now tied off with the red until we get 2 more 3/8 shackles, new ones, to put on there. This shackle shows one end of the chain, the long one, which is about 45 feet. And this one, it has a tag on the other side that says anchor. So that one actually goes onto the anchor. This one is going to go onto the road. And it's all put together, and we will not forget this time.